water and air, which makes rain. And then you go water and earth, which makes a river. Oh my.
As soon as the droplet hit the stone, the cave started to shake, and from a crack in the altar emerged a strange and wondrous plant.
Well, hello. You are another earbloss. And there are squirrels squeaking outside. Squeaking, I don't even know what that is. Oop, not what I want to do.
A strange apparition in the shape of a plant was spreading a calming glow throughout the chamber.
How does a thing like this come to be?
The small creature pondered, scratching its head as it inspected the mysterious plant.
Well, I've kind of been asking the same thing about you, little guy.
The plant reacted as the creature's hand went through the transparent stem, giving off glowing spores in response to its touch. As they filled the air, the alva let out a loud sneeze.
That's adorable. Itchy powder. Okay. Not sure what that's supposed to do, but whatever. Just try combining it with everything, see what we get. Alright. And it looks like we are done. With this area, at least. So let us go down. And then go down into the ravine where the Vittorm is. Maybe use some itchy powder on it?
As the spores reached the Vittorm's nostrils, it couldn't help but to sneeze, and from its mouth a disoriented earbloss came drifting out. The Vittorm continued sneezing as it slithered away down the ravine, soon disappearing amongst the undergrowth. In its departure, it had left behind a mesmerizing piece of its shed skin.
Very cool. Alright, that makes 3. Can I possibly use the rope on this? No, apparently not. Whoa, what the? What? Mystery carving, it's a secret to everybody. Okay. That's interesting. Well, that was a bit unexpected. How am I supposed to get you to come over here? Just try combining everything with everything again? Alright. I'm kind of expecting that skin to help out with the wound that the... what was it? the stump had. I still don't know what that is supposed to be. You know, this actually reminds me of the old children's games I used to play, the old point-and-click ones, where you just click on everything, and there'd be something cartoonic or hilarious, and then once in a while you'd click on something and it's like, oh, an actual piece of a puzzle. And this is having a very similar feel, except it's a lot darker. It's not nearly as friendly. No? Really? Perhaps I use rope? No. No. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. I know the herb loss is behind you. Piggy worm thing. But other than that, I really don't know what I'm supposed to do. Maybe put a skull in your head or something? I don't know. Okay, so after looking at a walkthrough again, you can actually take this rope and use it on the roots. I had no idea that was a thing.
The creature tied the rope to one of the thicker roots, pulling hard at it to make sure it wouldn't come loose.
Now, hold on tight, and I'll make sure we get down there safely,
It said as the wingless Alva nervously grasped its ear.
Are we gonna go down, or...? Ah! Now we're on the other side of the ravine, a broken wagon.
At the bottom of the ravine lay the remains of an old cart, which probably belonged to someone of the creature's size.
Huh.
If you find anything around this cart, it's yours. Take it. We don't want any beasts to come looking for us. Bye.
The creature read aloud from a group of small scribbles carved on one of the planks.
Cool.
Searching through the shattered planks, the creature found a wooden wedge. Just as it was about to turn away from the wagon, the Alva tugged on its ear, noticing a faint glimmer beneath its feet.
What beautiful craftsmanship.
The creature exclaimed, brushing aside the tall grass concealing an old necklace. As the starlight made its way down the ravine, something about the necklace seemed strange as the creature studied it, its shine vaguely different from metals it had previously encountered.
Interesting. Beguiling necklace.
A rotten tree, about to collapse at any second, was standing near the edge of the collapsed ground.
If it falls over me, who would be able to help?
The small creature pondered, glancing at its fragile friend.
Well, the tree's not any bigger than you are, so I don't think it's a problem. Hello
By
there.
using all of its strength, the creature managed to topple the rotten tree, creating a bridge to the other side.
Hello there. Is that all 5 of them? I think that might be all 5 of them. I'm rather curious as to why that kind of a marking came on there. I recognize it, but I can't put my finger on on what it represents, which is kind of a bummer. Alright, so we have a lantern and we have a wooden wedge. I think the wooden wedge might help the bison. And since we have the lantern,
As
I'm
the
sure...
creature struggled for a while to fit the wedge into the hole, the bison's eyes and mouth stood wide open. The creature gave the alva a confused look, but then something happened.
Whoa!
The ground started to crumble violently, and with the sound of roots snapping and twigs cracking, the bison rose from the ground. A loud creaking could be heard as it stretched out its arms before looking down at the small creature with the same insensible look as before. The creature didn't move an inch, and after a while, the bison turned around, marching into the swamp with giant steps, quickly disappearing from sight.
What was all that about?
The small creature asked its friend, as they both stared with big eyes after the bison.
That was unexpected. But we have an herb loss.
That should be all of them.
The creature stated with a sigh of relief.
Perhaps we'll now be able to leave this place.
Hey, Lichtgube, got all your friends.
My dear friends, you're safe with me once more.
The Lichtgube quickly grabbed the lantern from the small creature's hands.
Oh, thank you for finding them. Is there anything I can do to repay your kindness?
The creature looked at the alva on its shoulder.
Well, we have been searching for something that could help her fly.
The small creature responded.
But so far, we haven't found anything at all.
The Lichtgube pondered the creature's words for a moment before answering.
I know of a very old place. However, it's not somewhere I would like to take the two of you.
The Lichtgube shook his head.
It's a frightening place, you see. No longer what it used to be.
But he's gonna take us there anyway.
And so the Lichtgube began to lead the odd pair through the marsh. As they traversed the murky waters, the small creature wondered if it had chosen wisely, not so much worrying about itself, but for its fragile friend. Still, it didn't feel discouraged, but glad, relieved that their strenuous search might soon bear fruit. As the small creature looked around, it could see nothing but tall, dark trees encroaching on the clearing.
Where are we? Is there someone here that might be able to help her?
The Lichtgube raised his lantern. This place, it wasn't always like this, you know. Over the years, it has been the destination of many ailing beings in need of help. Not anymore. It's been corrupted. We shouldn't have come. The Lichtgube turned his attention towards the trees. Some of them are still here. The creature felt a nervous tug on its ear as it responded.
If you hadn't helped us, we would never have gotten out of the marsh. I don't think we have any choice but to move forward.
The creature looked at its friend before continuing.
If this place used to be as powerful as you said, there has to be someone still here that can help. I will make sure that no harm comes to her.
The creature tried its hardest to sound sure of itself, and its words seemed to calm the Alva down, if only a little. Very well. If there is something that would be of help to you in this place, I hope you find it. Good luck to you both, kind friends. I bid you farewell. The licked goober bowed before slowly fading away as he drifted back towards the marsh.
I like the licked
Don't
goober.
be sad. Remember how far we've come. We'll find someone that can help you. Just you wait.
The creature said, giving the Alva a gentle pat on her head.
You will finally get your wings.
Well, this place isn't creepy at all. Can you say blatant scary faces much?
The dark woods, far too dense to travel through, were slowly encroaching on the clearing.
Not even someone as small as you would fit through that thick web of branches.
The small creature said to the Alva as it peeked into the dark entanglement. The creature attempted to force its way through the woods, but gave up as it didn't have the strength to break the tough branches.
I like the licked goober. It's a very helpful man. Or entity. Let's go with that. So that heads over to a campsite. That heads over to a cliff. Fun times ahead. And that's a deer totem. Oh, blooming plant. What's this all about? Whoa! Hi there.
A mysterious plant had come into bloom and was now spreading its spores throughout the forest.
So this is what they will look like when they grow up.
The small creature said to the Alva as it pointed at the smaller plants surrounding the larger one.
And that's a gravestone. Lovely. Let's not take anything just yet.
Partially hidden within the undergrowth, there was an old, scarcely decorated gravestone.
What? Are you serious? Hold on. Oh no. No. No.
It doesn't look like anyone's been here in a very long time. Do you think they got lost on their way here?
The creature turned to its friend, who was tilting her head to have a closer look.
That makes me sad.
The creature began to brush away the dirt from the gravestone, but it didn't appear as if there had been a name inscribed on it.
No. No, Natrum. I liked you. Shadowy being. Hello.
A shadowy figure had begun to follow the pair as they traversed the narrow trail, yet for the moment keeping its distance from the small creature.
Why is it following us?
The creature whispered, while the Alva kept her eyes peeled on the dark shape remaining at their backs.
A strange being appears attracted to the glow of the alva. Interesting.
As the creature moved closer, the being quickly disappeared into the shadows.
Oh, that's kind of neat. Boo. Let's grab one of these flowers, I think.
When the creature brought its hand closer to the plant, it suddenly released glowing spores into the air. As they landed on the creature's hand, a strange numbness came over the affected skin.
Huh. So what's this deer totem about?
A strangely familiar totem, decorated with a deer skull, had been placed at the edge of the woods, spreading a pungent stench throughout the clearing.
Ew.
What an awful smell! What could be the purpose of such a thing?
The small creature said, while looking at the Alva, who desperately tried to cover her nose. As the creature touched the pungent-smelling horn, it crumbled, turning to dust in its hands.
Probably ancient old. Smelling salt? Oh, lovely. To the cliff or to the campsite? Let's go to the cliff. Actually, hold on. Before we do that... Hello. Ooh, that's a little bit spooky. Oh my. There's lots of eyes. Hello. That makes a drop run down your nose, and down your nose as well. Hehe. Oh, Natrum, how I miss you. I'm guessing that was thunder?
It doesn't look like...
So that really doesn't do anything. What the? Okay. Oh, makes it thunder. Let's stop that, shall we?
What do you suppose that thing is over there? Do you see it?
The creature asked the Alva, who was leaning forward in an attempt to spot the small object.
What are you talking about? A copper blade?
A gleaming blade had been left stuck in the ground, not far from the edge of the cliff.
It looks like it was once part of some sort of tool.
The creature said as it watched the light bounce off the metal. The creature didn't have any trouble pulling the thin blade from the moist soil.
Oh. Okay, you're the shadowy being, right? Spooked me a little bit. Hey, some high ground.
Further away across the woods, there was a section of land which had, at some point, risen above the treetops.
Think of the view one could get from up there.
The creature exclaimed.
How far do you think we'd be able to see?
Pretty darn far, probably, if the cloud's
The
clear
creature
enough.
got an urge to search for a path to the high ground, but decided to focus on the task at hand.
Good idea. There's a white flower. Woo!
Whoa!
The creature quickly took a step back, surprised by the mangy arm that had suddenly appeared from below the cliff.
Hello! That was unexpected. Oh, Draug. Oh boy.
A Draug was once a man who, after passing from this world, turned into a being consumed by its hunger for all that it once had. Approaching its perceived property carries with it great risks, as stories tell of Draugr whose grotesque appearance leaves the victim's mind in disarray, causing them to wander the woods aimlessly as they slowly transform into Draugr themselves.
Well, let's not get a look at that guy's face. Made famous by Skyrim.
An iron chain had been fastened to a pole at the edge of the woods, dwindling down into the darkness below the cliff's edge.
The post must be buried very deep in the ground to be able to hold something like that.
The creature thought to itself as it glanced down the cliff.
I just wonder where the heck the Draug's holding on to.
The creature rustled the chain, and soon after, a fierce snarl echoed from the darkness below.
Okie dokie.
A statue depicting an ominous creature was standing near the tree line.
These statues must mean something.
The creature said to the Alva, who was peeking out from behind its ear to have a look. The statue was cold to the touch, apart from the area surrounding a small carving on its base.
Interesting.
The woods ended abruptly, as parts of the ground had at some point plummeted into the darkness below.
I can't see what's below us, although I don't think I could get us down there safely anyway.
The creature said, while shaking its tiny head.
I like how they have these random little bits of rhyme in the dialogue. It's really kind of interesting.
The large arm was greedily warding off the small creature's attempt to grab the delicate-looking plant.
I wasn't going for the Draug, but okay.
The creature peeked across the edge of the cliff, but the starlight didn't quite make its way to the bottom.
Hello? Are you down there? Could you perhaps let us look at the flower on the ground? It might be something very helpful to us.
The creature tried, but the arm remained.
That's a pretty ring you got on your finger there, bud. Oh, another strange totem.
A totem, crudely decorated with bone carvings and various symbols, had been struck into the ground, steadied by a pile of rubble.
Another one of those strange things. I wonder why they were put here.
The creature pondered, while the Alva seemed to appreciate the odd craftsmanship. As they approached it, the Alva's eyes fixed on a particular part of the totem.
Do you like this one?
The creature asked, removing the blunt piece of flint from the totem.
Well, that's a new item. Worth a shot. Oh well. I wonder what's over here. Whoa! You are a creepy looking brute. Hello, Gosen.
Glosen, vile and repugnant, is a large sow that dwells in the depths of the forest, her battened body covered in razor-sharp thorns. She may appear either as an omen in places about to be visited by great misfortune, or to prey on travelers walking along the forest's edge. As she runs towards her victim, the thorns on her back are said to grow larger, cutting the unlucky traveler in half as she sprints in between their legs. After she has satisfied her gluttonous urges, she returns to guard her home in the darkest part of the woods.
Well, that's a mite bit creepy.
Hello? We don't mean you any harm. Can you help us?
Gloson's red eye followed the creature's movements, her mouth watering in response to the feast presenting itself before her.
Never mind. We will get by somehow.
The creature stuttered as it quickly backed away from the huge beast.
An insatiable being has made these woods her home. Oh, lovely.
The alva tugged hard on the creature's ear, stopping it as it was about to move closer to the large sow.
I don't blame you for that one. Is there anything over here by chance?